And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and that is right. I'm actually going to do a Worth It series. It has been a minute, and they have a ton of new packs. Now, one of the things that individuals had said was that Capital Games had really started to dance down the line and started to really try to tempt the lower end player. This was something they hadn't done in the past. Back in the day, they really just made packs specifically for, whales and krakens, and they really hadn't done a good job of, kind of romanticizing spending to the low end player. And so some people had said, one of the things they're doing is now starting to, try and get the free to play and the Dolphins into the spending game. And so I was, dipping my toe in this week and noticed they have dropped just even this week a couple of packs specifically targeted towards that free to play and Dolphin. And I wanted to go over whether those were worth it or not. And then also go over the other packs I noticed in here. Now, obviously, people who are free to play are going to continue to probably be free to play and not spend money. They're going to save their money. All of this is attainable naturally and organically through the game. There is no rush. There's no need to spend money in this game. It's a free to play game, and you can just do this. You know what I mean? You don't have to spend money for sure. And for those who are spending money like whales and krakens, they're going to buy probably every single pack in this game because it speeds the game up for them. Every single relic pack is going to help them to be able to get every single galactic legend, that's out there, and they're going to be able to, get everyone to their tier 7 and all of that. So this isn't really going to probably sway most people. If you're a spender, you're spending. If you're not, you're not. But it's just an analysis kind of is it really a good value or not, though? So I want to start really quick with the small, medium, and large relic that are kind of behind me, because those are the ones that were in for like a month. There's 10, almost 11 days left in these packs. The small, medium, and large relic bundles, 25, 65, and 100 respectively. For American dollars, I know for like Canadian and Australian and other stuff, it's going to be more money, but I wanted to look at those. So what's the purpose behind these packs? Well, the purpose behind these packs is really single-fold. In this game, they put Galactic Legends into the game, and to get the amount of gear you need that you can convert to relic material to get individuals to R7, relic tier 7, really takes 1 or 2 years for an individual. If you've been playing for 4 or 5 years, you could probably get, a number of individuals to relic 7 with the excess gear that you have. But if at some point, even whales and krakens run out of gear. And if you're not a whale or a kraken, you're bound to not have enough gear for even, 1 or 2. Like my free-to-play account, I just only had enough for 1 individual to go that high. So this is really a linchpin for the game. It either prevents you from ever really getting a Galactic Legend, or it slows you way down, even if you're in a high-end guild. And so if you're in a high-end guild and a new character comes out and the high-end guild wants you to compete, or if you're a new player and you really want that character, this is going to give you that ability to immediately get those characters you have into those relic tiers that you're looking to do. They know this, and so they're hoping that you're going to purchase these things. There's really no value with these packs. And when I say that, I mean the cost associated with what you get. All of this stuff can be farmed organically in the game. You can go in, you can spend your energy over time. You can, crunch your, you can get gear, and then you can crunch the gear down and get this stuff. So this is all stuff that you can get naturally over time. It does take a long time, but this is all stuff that you do not have to purchase. It just would be a long and arduous trek, but for $25, it's not cost effective to purchase this. But do people buy this? Yes. But would it be worth it? Not at all. The same would be true for the $65 pack. This is absolutely not worth it. But for those individuals who are trying to rush to a Galactic Legend, they're going to purchase this. And then, of course, the same is true for this large relic pack. It's just a ton of relic material, gets them where they're going as fast as possible. Now, these are less exciting to me, if you will, than some of the other packs that I wanted to talk about. So I just wanted to go over those. They're not going to be worth it, but again, this is for individuals who are rushing to a Galactic Legend. If you're not rushing to a Galactic Legend, don't get caught up. And this is the other trap with this. If you buy one, let's say you buy the large relic bundle, then you kind of almost start to feel obligated in the psychology of things to then buy the $65. Why not, right? I mean, you already spent $100. So what's the problem with the $65, right? It's only 65 more bucks. And then, well, shoot, I already bought those 2 packs and I need the extra relic material. So now it's only $25 more. And I mean, the 100 was the biggest value, but now I've spent the 165. I mean, I might as well do it. They got you. That's the whole point in the psychology of this. They're looking to get you for a couple $100. So they make the largest value the $100. And then once they get you with that, it's a demise mentality that you have spent so much that you might as well buy the smaller end packs. And so they can have a lesser value with those smaller end packs because you're going to end up, once you break on the larger pack, you're going to break on the smaller packs. And then you end up buying all of them. If you're out there and you're a whale, you've done this unequivocally. And a lot of times you'll end up feeling guilt because you didn't mean or intend to buy all of them, or you didn't have the budget for all of them, but you did it anyway. And that's the psychology of it. So that's too bad. Now, the Relic Cargo pack popped in for a day. That's why I wanted to make the video, honestly. And this is $10. This is designed for, mostly free to play dolphins to basically dip their toe in spending. For $10, this is what you get. Looking at it, honestly, I was unimpressed. I mean, I'm happy that they're putting something out there in the $10 range. If you were really, really close to getting someone R7 and it was what you needed to get that person R7 to get a Galactic Legend, and you were like that close, but you were just almost there, but you couldn't do it, and you really wanted him, and you just needed a little bit more materials, and you didn't mind spending the $10, and it's going to just kick you over that edge, then it might be worth it to you to spend this $10 to get these items, so you could just get over that hump. But if you're trekking free to play, or mostly free to play, this is not going to make a hill of beans difference. It really isn't. You're going to have to spend hundreds of dollars on relic material to really get a Galactic Legend, or you're going to have to wait a long time to get the materials anyway. So this doesn't do anything. This just gives them $10 of your precious money, which is better suited doing something else. And so if you're going to grind it out. It's a pop-up. And so the psychology behind this is you got a little bit of time. It's only $10. Hurry up. But the value, when I look at it, it really isn't there. I was hoping that this pack would have a little bit more material inside of it, a little bit more value inside of it. Again, this really actually is a okay value for a whale if they were literally trying to get someone to from Relic 6 to 7, and they have spent so much of their materials already that they're just needing a bend over to get to the next from 6 to 7. This would do that. But this really, even though it's directed towards the, dolphin free-to-player, it's really going to be purchased mostly by those whales because it's kind of a moot point for an individual who's mostly free-to-play or a dolphin. So it's a nice attempt at a purchase, but I really don't see the value. So I would say that pack is nice of a price point as it is as not worth it for that value. So far the Relic packs I just don't see as worth it. If you're free to play or dolphins, it's just not going to be worth it. You just need to do it organically. And if you're a whale, you're going to buy them all anyway, even though the value isn't there. And then I wanted to go over here and I wanted to look at these last two. Now, this one, the Lightspeed Zeta bundle, you're not going to have access to this one unless you bought a pack called the Hyperdrive Bundle. So this won't even show up in your packs unless you bought the Hyperdrive Bundle, which was $100. If you bought the Hyperdrive Bundle, they then include this. This shows up from time to time. the Lightspeed Zeta bundle has popped up at least twice that I'm aware of, and I haven't even been playing for 9 months. So I know it shows up more than, twice, and it's $100, and they give you Zeta material. This is the only way that I am aware in the game that you can actually outright buy Zeta material. It also puts the cryotechs inside of there. And look at the amount of the materials that they give you as well, like the Zinbittles and all those others. Plus, they give you, 15 Omegas and stuff like that. So this is a pretty high value. This is really targeted towards individuals who really need, ability mats, crystals, relic material, the cryotechs, which is really the hardest of all the gear to get. So it's a real focused pack. Now, is it worth the $100 in capital game land? Yes. If you were to price everything out and purchase everything outright, just even the Zeta alone would be worth it. But and it's only available, like I said, to the Hyperdrive bundle individuals. But again, for realism, for individuals who are sitting back and kind of looking at it, your 5,000 crystals are worth about $30. And then you're spending $70 for the rest of the material. And really, the only reason why you would be spending the money on this is if you're a whale and you really just want that 5 Zeta boost. That's it. So they're really tempting you to spend about $70 on 5 Zetas and hoping that the rest of the material is a, hey, it's a bonus. I'm buying 5 Zetas and the rest is a bonus. That's the idea. And so again, all of this stuff you can get organically, even the Zetas. And so it's really an appeal to the whales and krakens to basically get that boost that other individuals might not either choose to or are capable of. Because if you're a whale and didn't buy that Hyperdrive bundle because you're like, why would I buy that? I don't need that. A lot of whales did that. They don't have access to this. This is a strategic move by some whales to purchase something they didn't need to give them access to these extra Zetas, which might move them ahead on the extra Zeta mark. But this is the only way that I'm aware of that you can buy Zetas. So it's, in my opinion, not worth it as far as the amount of value. But I could see whales and krakens, spending the $100 for the item. But as far as the value goes, with Capital Games, they would say this is a high value pack. I just don't see the pack. So the only pack that I was looking at that I thought, this is a pack for the Dolphin or the light spender that might actually be worth it, was actually this one. It's called the Large Galactic Upgrade Kit. And it's $20. It has 1 day. It basically popped in for a day. It's a large galactic upgrade kit. You don't need to buy it. It's absolutely everything that you can farm for and whatnot. But if you were going to spend money on something and I was going to stamp an approval on, spending $20 this month on the game, this would be it. And this is why. They drop some crystals in there, 150, so you can do 3 refreshes. They give you approximately, 400 crystals worth of refreshes of each energy type. So, you're getting, or 300, 300 crystals worth of this energy, 300 crystals worth of that energy, that energy, that energy. So you're getting about 1,200 crystals worth of refreshes, which is not bad. That's about a third. Because if you remember, in the store for $20, you get about 2,800 crystals. So about 1,200 crystals now of refreshes are being given to you. The shards aren't even worth it, so just ignore those. And same with the ability mats. But the ship Omegas might be worth it for someone who's younger in the game. And then if you have favorites, you're going to have these favorite flags, and that'll kind of determine the pack value to you. So you can kind of see how many of these items do I really need. And you can see most of the items I actually don't need. So this pack has less value for me than someone like you maybe. But you can also see just in these items alone, if you go and price out 15 cryotechs, It's actually 420 crystals in the store. Some of these items are about 390. So we're going to average out about 400 for every 15. If you do that math, you can see it. I have about another 22 to 2,400 crystals just in the first couple of rows of items, not including those gold 5s that are in that first row. So we're already over 3,000 crystals of stuff that I need in this pack. And that's just the energy that I'll use anyway, and the gear in a couple of rows. And so the rest is all freebie, and it's already worth over $20 in capital games value. So everything else is already overvalued, and there's a bunch of extra gear. Now, this extra gear may seem like a waste, but keep in mind, relics are a thing, and we crunch all this gear down, right, for relics. So ultimately, this is all relic material that the other packs are selling for a really extremely high, cost. So all this, though, could eventually be broken down and made into relic material. So even if you don't need this material, I see it as relic material, which is not a bad idea. And then you get, high value gear that you need. And then you get stuff to, slice mods, and then you get some crystals for refreshes, and or some gear maybe, and then you get some energy, which will really help your farm for a day or two, probably a solid day to really go ham on a couple of characters or some gear that you'd really like to get. Gear especially, because you can just farm for gear incessantly, so you could really use up this energy in one day. So if there was a pack that I would say is worth it if you're going to spend money on the game, really I see the value in this particular pack. Now, caveat: the longer you play this game, the less value this pack has, because the more of all of this you'll have and the less you'll need all this material. However, with that said, even as a whale, as a previous whale anyway, this pack still has value to someone like me. But the earlier in the game you are, the more this pack will have value, because the less of everything in here you'll actually have a stock of, meaning that the more you'll need everything inside of this. So I hope this helps you guys kind of determine what's got value. This Lightspeed Zeta bundle has really little value other than the fact you can outright purchase Zetas. And so for the whale, they're probably going to spend the $100 just to buy the Zetas alone. And the materials that come with it are kind of a nice bonus. This large Galactic upgrade kit for $20 is honestly a good buy. And if anyone was going to buy a pack, that's probably the one I would suggest. All these relic bundles are really not a good buy, and the only reason why anyone would spend money on this is if you're A, addicted to the game, or B, you're just spending money to spend money because you're trying to get a Galactic Legend and you really need as much relic material as you can, and you're not willing to wait it out. So I hope this helps you guys look at these materials in a new and different light. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be doing some analysis. If you have more ideas on videos, let me know in the comments down below. Tomorrow on my live stream, I will be doing which Galactic Legend I'll be going for first, because I am a little bit behind, about 9 months behind. As always, make sure you guys keep your gaming on. Warrior out.